Hey everybody, what's up? It's Joel, aka The Daily Guru, and it's time for another edition of Something Old, Something New. Today for Something Old, we're going to an absolute classic. It's 1969 and the MC5's Kick Out the Jams. When it comes to records that have taken on a life of their own, both the song and the album Kick Out the Jams lead that list, as there's no question that both of them became the cornerstones for an absolute musical revolution. But even before we talk about the actual album, the release of it was filled with controversy, mostly due to the presence of a certain very big curse word in the opening of the title track, and record stores refused to carry the album, radio stations wouldn't play it, and after the band took a number of shots at their record label, Elektra Records dropped them. But looking at the actual music, all across this record you'll find an energy and an intensity that's rarely been captured on tape before. And this is much the reason that most people point to this as one of the primary influences on the punk rock movement. The dual guitars of Wayne Kramer and Fred Sonic Smith are outright explosive, and the combination of bassist Michael Davis and drummer Dennis Machine Gun Thompson is without question one of the deadliest rhythm sections in history. The sound they create together is unsettling in a good way, and it really represents the other side of what was going on musically at the tail end of the 1960s. When you combine this sound with the voice of Rob Tyner, you get this controlled chaos that has remained unparalleled to this day. Everybody from Joe Strummer to Zach De La Rocha can be seen as taking a huge influence from Tyner's vocal style, and the unrelenting musical attack of the MC5 never loses its impact. Simply put, Kick Out the Jams played a critical role in the progression of countless musical styles, and if it's not in your collection, you're missing out big time and you need to change that right now. Thank me later. Today for Something New, we're going to check out the new album from Woollen and it's called 4 Girls. Over the past 2 weeks, I've seen a number of different musical publications talking about this album and giving it amazing reviews. So after listening to it a few times myself, I felt it was necessary to bring the truth. I went into this album hoping for something really great, as many of the write-ups that I've read refer to it as a Johnny Ramone sound, and terms like true garage rock have been overused. So it really seemed to be right up my alley. However, the fact of the matter is, while this album isn't really bad, there's nothing on it that's going to blow you away at all. The overall sound is varied, but instead of it being a good thing, it sounds more like a band that's really confused as to the type of music they want to play. You can hear the influence at times from the Ramones, at times it sounds like the Jesus and Mary chain, at times it sounds like they're actually pulling from The Fall, but unfortunately, when it all comes together, it sounds directionless and the band sounds confused. And while in most situations, this sort of sonic range and their general approach is a good thing, this band does that trying to be bored thing a little bit too well, and there's just no spirit or energy to really engage you with the music. And then there's the vocals. To be honest, it's tough to tell if they're meant to be ironic and funny, or this is seriously how they think vocals should be done. But regardless, the vocals all throughout drag down the entire record. But at the same time, you can't deny the fact that there is a great deal of potential running underneath all of this musical confusion. And the band clearly does have a unique take on the garage rock sound. They just need someone to help them better focus and take things more seriously, and then maybe they'll record something worth hearing. I wanted to like this album, I really did, and I gave it a number of spins hoping it would eventually grow on me. But in the end, it just falls short in so many ways that on the buy it or borrow it, this one is honestly somewhere between a borrow it and a bin it. So that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you dug it. If you did, go ahead and click subscribe, leave a comment, click like, whatever you want to do. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Tumblr right here, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow.